Hi there, Sam. I thought I'd record a short video for you with some top tips for the quadcopter, which I've just sent to you in the post. Now, this one is my replacement for that one. It's the same as yours, except it's the next model up. Now, the first thing is just a few safety tips. There's two things which are potentially quite dangerous. So, these propellers spin very, very fast. So, be very careful of anything around the quadcopter when you switch it on, any other people or children or animals. And if you do it in open space, make sure you're well away from anyone. And the other thing is the battery is very, very powerful. So it's alright if you're just plugging the battery into the connector. Don't ever put anything metal in the battery, and follow the instructions for recharging the battery that are in the case. Now, to switch it on, what you have to do is you have to switch your controller on and the quadcopter on within 3 seconds, and that's how they bind together. So I switch the controller on, and then this on within 3 seconds. They'll bind together, and then you'll see the lights flashing. Now, it's got a safety feature that when you first switch it on, it's not actually active, and you have to then do another procedure to activate the propellers. What you do is the left controller, which is the throttle, you need to move to the bottom and to the left. Now the throttle is active. Now, the other thing I'll recommend is when you're controlling it, the best thing to do is actually have your 2 fingers on each of these controllers, because that gives you the right level of sort of control and fine adjustment. So the left hand one, which is the throttle, and it's also the left and right, which is moving the quadcopter like this, and the right hand one, which is forwards and backwards and leaning it side to side. Yeah? And so I hold the controller like this. And the other thing is, all these other switches should be pointed fully forward, like it's the 0 switch. Yeah? So the throttle, the rudder, and then it's angling left, angling right, and forwards and backwards. The other top tip I'll say is when you're actually flying it, you do have to actually train to use this quadcopter. It's more difficult to fly than the white one you've flown, because this is like it's a racing quadcopter. So one of the first top tips is always have it so the quadcopter's pointing away from you, which means that the red lights are at the back and the white lights are at the front. And that means that left and right on your controller is left and right in the quadcopter. If ever you have the quadcopter that's facing you, then the left and right in the quadcopter is the opposite to the controller. And when you first learn it, you just need to practice hovering it, and just hovering it motionless, which is quite hard. So you've got to get the throttle very accurately, because it'll go very high and very low. It's much harder to fly than the white one. And once you practice hovering, you can then practice moving it side to side, but actually you have to rotate it so it's always pointing away from you. And I learned to practice hovering, and then learn to practice moving side to side and keeping it so it's always pointing away from you before you go and try anything else. The other thing is, if you notice that now, because it's been motionless, the fail safe is kicked in, so the throttle's not doing anything yet. So I have to activate it again if I want to fly it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate it, have it take off, and just show you hovering the quadcopter. Yeah, so I'm going to activate it again. Right. And stand back a bit. So I've got my fingers like this, and I'm just going to try and hover it. The first thing you need to try and do is just keep hovering it like this. And this actually takes a lot of practice, and there's been lots of fine control, and just practice hovering it. And make sure that there's no one anywhere near, and there's lots of open space. And once you've mastered hovering it, which will probably take a few, might even take a couple of hours, the next thing to do is to master moving it around. When you move it side to side, but keep it facing away from you. Move it side to side. always facing away from you. And once you have it, you can move side to side and have control of it. You can do more advanced things like going up in the air and down. And I can even do a loop-the-loop. So I'll just go loop-the-loop. I'll go to my garden. Right, you ready? I'll do a loop-the-loop.
Dad, can you do it again?
Yeah.
Wait, my screen isn't focused yet. Yeah, it's focused now.
Right, ready?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And I can do a sideways loop as well. Let me come down a bit closer. Right, is it in focus? I'll just show a sideways loop.
It's in focus. I can't see you.
Yeah, hang on. Right, can you see it? Yeah.
Nope, I cannot see it. It
There?
is not. No, not yet. Oh yeah, I can see now.
Right, I'll show a sideways loop. Ready?
Wow.
Right, now I'll bring it back.
Wow.
So there we are. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. I hope you don't have any big accidents. And there's lots of other YouTube videos you should look at, which can also give some good top tips. Finally, Sam, I'll say thanks to my TV crew for videoing the quadcopter for you.
Me, hello.
And now finally we're in the editing suite to edit your video. Thank you very much to Chief Editor Jessica Thomas.